to you. I mean, you're obviously every day at Alibaba sort of enabling hundreds of millions of people to connect commercially, socially, with merchants, with each other. What are sort of some of the sort of digital technology innovations you're most excited about?
Okay, well, unlike JBS or L'Oreal, we don't manufacture products and we don't come up with cool new things because we're a platform that acts as an interface between consumers and merchants. So when we think about responsible consumption, we think, how can we play a role in that, working with both consumers and with merchants? And I'll give you a few examples, but I want to set the context for this so that you have a framework for understanding the scale of what we do. So we have about 1 billion consumers in China. We have 250,000 brands like L'Oreal on our platform. We have 10 million small businesses on the platform. We deliver about 80 million packages a day. And we have a very large cloud business that helps us keep track of everything that we're doing on that ecosystem. So when we think about what we should be doing as it relates to sustainable and responsible consumption, we're either a big part of the solution or we're a big part of the problem. And we've decided that we want to be a big part of the solution. And I'll give you some examples of what we're doing. But remember, we're not producing or manufacturing products. So we're working as the interface. So one thing we do, and we do this very well, actually, L'Oreal is a leader on our platform in this, is that we want to sell green products. Now, that sounds easy. There's 2 problems. The supply of green products is actually quite limited. Most companies are not producing them, and the companies that are starting to produce them are relatively early in that process. The second problem is there are no industry standards that determine what is a green product for this industry and categories within the industry. So it makes it a little difficult for people to sort of pick up the guidebook and make a decision about what to do. But we work very closely with Nicholas and his L'Oreal team, and we actually help develop and then we promote those products on our platform. And green products on our platform are going to become much bigger in the future. Second thing, what we call re-commerce, what you all would think of as secondhand products. We have a special app on our platform. It's called Idle Fish. Sounds better in Chinese, okay? What is Idle Fish? Idle Fish is where 20 million people go every day to buy secondhand products. Everything. More than 1 million products a day, more than 1 billion products last year. That business is growing incredibly fast. Why? Particularly the younger generation are very sort of conscious of the fact that green and environmentally conscious consumer is important, but they're also attracted by the price points of secondhand products. If we can get the younger consumers to start thinking about this, as they evolve on the platform, they're going to become responsible consumers for life. And then the third thing we do, because you heard me reference 70 to 80 million packages delivered a day, we think about packaging. We all have the same issue. We get home and there are boxes and packages, and we think, what am I going to do with all this trash? Oh my goodness. First of all, packaging. We need to get rid of tape. We want 100% biodegradable packaging. That's what we're targeting right now. In terms of recycling, we have an initiative underway, and L'Oreal is our partner on this in China, where we will take all packaging returned to us by consumers for L'Oreal products. We will pick it up in one of our Sanyao posts, our logistics hubs, and we will give it back to L'Oreal. If we can do that with one brand, think what we could do with 250,000 brands on our platform. So these are the types of initiatives that we're engaged in to try and promote responsible consumption.
At massive scale, yeah.
Massive.
And then you've given the great example of L'Oreal. How many of your other sort of 250,000 of your, not your products, your companies that you're dealing with, would you sort of say are there? And I mean, how do you sort of encourage, push, require?
We appropriately use best-in-class behavior as an example to other brands when we talk to them. Every brand we talk to is interested in ESG, responsible consumption, packaging, all of these initiatives. And they say, what do we do? And so appropriately and carefully, we use L'Oreal as an example because they're huge on our platform and they are leaders in this initiative in many different areas, green products, recycling, lots of different things.
So that sort of race to the top, best in class approach.